Hello and welcome once again to Rock School. In this session we're going to look at an area of playing that presents one of the most exciting challenges a musician can face, soloing.
A solo, of course, is a series of notes, and the notes you choose to play can be derived from a number of different musical sources. We'll be looking at these in more detail in a moment.
But first we're going to look not so much at the notes you play, but how you play them. And for this we need to consider three things: expression, phrasing and dynamics.
A solo should convey emotion through the instrument you're playing. The problem is how to express that emotion. Now, the main inspiration for instrumental expression is very often the human voice, and the key element in achieving expression and soul in singing is the use of vibrato. Over to MIDGE.
That is very important, and just when to bring it in is important as well. It's no different from putting vibrato on a guitar note. If you were, you know, if you were playing a bringing the vibrato in at the end, there's no point just doing it straight at the beginning. You know, if you want to do a bit of a nice drama. It's the same with the voice. Again, it's actually a forced vibrato. There's very few people have a natural vibrato that would come in time when they'd actually want to feed it in. So you've actually got to create your own vibrato. People with natural vibrators have it constantly, you know, like a Brian Ferry or a Fergal Sharkey, but then they can't actually fade in the vibrato when they want it. It's there all the time. So being able to hold a long note on, like the "Oh, Vienna," and fade in a vibrato, it just helps smooth the note out at the end before it tails off.
I was singing "How Do You Keep the Music Playing" in the for the theme for Goldie Hawn's and Burt Reynolds, and the director came up to me and asked me to take the southernness out of my voice. What he was actually telling me was to take the soul out of my voice. So I sang it like he told me to. How do you keep the music playing? Now when I cut the record, I put the soul in it, which was a little doodads on the end, which was straight to vibrato. How do you keep the music playing? Those little doodads, you know what I mean? That's my soul, you know.
I use a lot of different voices. I have probably 3 or 4 voices that I use on our records anyway. But I have one voice I haven't used yet, and that's my operatic voice. God bless video. But that's another thing. But on certain songs, like that one we did at the beginning here, the Only One Woman song is like a sob song, if you like. And that always helps if your throat is a little bit tight, because it gives the feeling of someone who's just been crying, if you like, and it gives it that kind of soul feeling. So I remember when I recorded that, the producer wanted me to sound a little rough, such as the Otis Reddings, because Otis Redding always had that thing like he'd just been crying his heart out over something, and so it was soulful. So that's one kind of voice that sometimes needs to be a little bit rough. And I've got a picture
the woman I love.
Many guitarists use techniques that emulate the voice in order to get more expression into their playing. Now, a good sustained sound helps, plus you can use vibrato and string bending. Of course, you can always use the tremolo arm for these last two techniques, as you'll hear in this next piece. Also, have a listen to what Henry's doing on the bass.
So, as Deirdre mentioned, string bending, vibrato, trills, they're all ways that you can get expression out of your instrument. But on the bass guitar, you have the added and unique ability to be able to play percussion and melody at the same time by using the slapping and plucking technique. Now, in the last tune we played, I was playing the melody by pulling the string and strumming with my nails, like this. At the same time, the bass notes and inner harmony were played with the thumb. So if you put all those techniques together, you're able to play percussion, melody, and harmony all at the same time. Something like this.